They have really done a good job of increasing their defensive energy. Last year as a Sweet 16 team, one of 4 from the Big Ten Conference, they were not getting it done on the defensive end.
She has scored 30 points a couple different times this year. If Marisa, who scores right there, can get 31 points, she will pass the 1,000-point mark in her career.
Well, she has 11 plus 20-point games this season and 7 plus 25 games this year. Came into this one with 969 points. And not let her get a touch. That's the best way to play defense on McKenna Marisa, because she doesn't take any time on her release.
Lot of inside action for the Hawkeyes on offense, and this is a chance for Warnock to make a 3-point play.
In that zone, that was a tough decision.
Marisa splitting Hawkeye defenders. And she said you can just feel a difference. In fact, when I asked Lisa Gluter about the fact that she's starting to actually hit her threes the last few games, she cut me off and goes, shh, 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 just don't.
I know. Well, that is a universal reaction to a turnover like that from every coach in basketball. I mean, you just can't have that. 2 ACL injuries, and Coach Keeger asked her, do you want to go through that recovery and come back? And she wanted that challenge. It's good to see her back.
Another 3. The Hawkeyes are red hot from deep.
Been tough for Iowa when they've been trying to get the ball inside. They're sitting straight behind on Sonano.
Even her coach said her addiction to playing defense and her effort is something that's really rare from someone in their first year playing college ball. McKenna Warnock!
Well, how about the possession-saving offensive rebound that she just went through the mud and 3 Penn State players to get.
Rebound, Kate Martin. Marshall no good. Another opportunity for Warnock. What a third quarter for her.
She said, hey, be great at 3 things. You can't be great at everything, but you can choose 3 things to be great at, and Iowa's doing that.
Kapanis with the board, Hagens with the ball. She heard you, but a nice block by the Hawkeyes. Kate Martin.
Trying to figure out how to free their players up in that kind of defensive scheme.
Caitlin Clark from the logo! What can Caitlin Clark do? A chance to cut into this 19-point deficit. Kelly Jaycott. Sonano inside and the whistle.
Well, it looked like Monica Sonano led with the basketball. You could hear the fans there at Bryce Jordan Arena trying to get a charge call. Spreading the floor, making it really difficult, and spreading out that zone so that they can create places to attack. Making the shots that they were in that second quarter when Penn State scored those 30 points. And give credit to Iowa in that regard defensively.
Caitlin Clark was like, well, I don't have 20 points yet. Let's change that in one shot.
They trust her to make that shot, and he'd love to see it.
She's hit 10 3-pointers the last 3 games as she picks up her 16th assist.
Getting her rhythm back, and it's showing itself in games.
Well, nice pass there to give the Hawkeyes 92 points. They'd already passed the 80-point threshold when the fourth quarter began, and they're undefeated, 10-0 on the season when they've hit that mark. Tova Sable is at least doing her best.
Just a phenomenal high-volume scorer for Penn State. McKenna Marisa 1 point away from 1,000.
Clark with the dish and the record. Caitlin Clark. Nobody in the history of the conference has had more assists.
Carolyn Keeger said we didn't play our best basketball. They were trying to get back on the right track, and you saw that in the second quarter. But you just have to be able to sustain that effort, and that's what they're going to continue to work on in practice.
32 points for McKenna Marisa. making half of the shots she throws up. Penn State will have to wait longer to get a win against the Hawkeyes. They haven't done it since January of 2017. That's now 6 straight losses. We'll take a short break and come back with more from State College as the Hawkeyes win.